So right now we just got back from lunch with
Yeah.
a friend, and we
Mm-hmm.
were talking about, with the full moon being today and it being in the energy of Sagittarius, we've been doing a lot of reflecting, especially me,
Yeah.
on the past and change
Yeah.
and embracing change and letting things go. And I was reflecting on the time way back when I was a leasing consultant, and this was before I started doing readings full time for all of you guys. Um, and I was in a job that I knew I wanted to leave. It wasn't serving me. It wasn't good for me. I was very unhappy, but I was too afraid to quit, to leave. Um, because of the fear of security,
Yeah.
the illusion of security, and all of that. And so I ended up being let go for like a really silly technical reason on paper, due to like sales numbers like that, something like
Yeah.
that. I was a good employee, nothing like that, nothing crazy. But, and at the time it happened, it felt like the world was ending. I was
Yeah.
like, and I lived on property because I was a leasing consultant. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to move. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna have a job. I'm gonna feed myself. I'm gonna be homeless. All of this stuff. But the universe, I couldn't see it clearly in that moment. But once I embraced the change, I couldn't change it at that point. It was happening, and I might have been forced into it before ready.
Yeah.
But the universe was like, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time to go forward. And so everything worked out. You know, I ended up finding a place to stay, and I was forced into doing readings full time.
Exactly.
And now I'm here, living my purpose.
Yeah.
So just change, even though scary, it can be so beautiful and work out better than we expect a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And help.
Just about relinquishing control. And I know that's like a hard one for me. Being a Cancer, being A-type, I like to know what's around the corner before I go, and I like to have systems in place. And it's not always the healthiest way to live life because we don't allow for flow. We don't allow for the surprises and miracles. Like nobody says like, oh, I knew this miracle was going to happen, this planned miracle.
Yes.
Like it's
This
a
planned
beautiful
miracle.
surprise because you were releasing, you were living your life, you were letting just nature take its course. And when we input resistance and we're battling against, well, I don't want it to happen this way, we could be blocking our biggest blessing from actually happening. So this full moon being in Sagittarius is really about taking stock. What have I done before that has served me? What have I done before to sabotage me? How can I pick lessons from both and then merge them to create a better path for the future?
Yeah.
So this releasing has been a more empowering one because it's been about not just focusing on the negatives. It's been about, wow, like, dang, I made it through that. Like, okay, kudos, pat on the back. And I think a big thing for me was changing my mentality around California. I know when I first came out, I was like, ugh, it is overhyped. Like, who has to make their whole life about moving to California? Like, oh my God, I am an East Coast girl for life. That's how I felt. And then the more times I came out here, the more I met people that opened my eyes and just share their anecdotes, share their, experiences of entrepreneurial just magnificence. And I wanted to experience something different. So in order to get something different, I had to do something different. I couldn't continue to do the same kind of thing. So opening myself up to not just being, an East Coast girl,
Right.
Tried and true, and just seeing, okay, well, maybe I could see myself moving. That then allowed the space for universe to deliver new opportunities, new people to network with. And the next thing you know, I'm out here obsessed with West Coast living, wondering why it took me so long to move out here. But it was me clinging to what was familiar. And the biggest thing was change is our inability to let go of what is familiar, those emotional comfort blankets, and just being brave, like being more courageous. And I encourage you guys to just think, like Erica recently said, about life always working out for you. And I kind of took it up a notch for me and saying, like, it always works out even better than expected.
Right.
Because once I don't have to be in the driver's seat all the time, you kind of conserve energy. You let universe do the steering. And it's so much more like confident space to be in, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So love the change. Change is beautiful. Embrace it. You might be caught in the fog right now, but it'll go away. It'll clear up. Your clarity will come.
Yeah.
And, everything that happens does happen for a reason.
Yeah. So whether it's letting go of a job that's kind of having you heavy, a a guy or a girl, just, they aren't serving you anymore, realize that we're creatures of growth. And in order to continue to expand, some skin has to be shed. Some people and experiences have to fall by the wayside, because if we carry all that weight, we're not going to live our best life effectively. We're always going to be drained or feeling stressed.
Right.
Not feeling true to ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
So go for it, guys.
Yeah.
Go
Embrace
forth.
the change.
Bye.
Bye.